CNBC-TV18. I'm Malvika, Jain. I'm in Boston, and I have with me Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, the Minister for Petroleum, Oil and Natural Resources. Mr. Pradhan, welcome to CNBC-TV18. My first question to you is that you are on this trip to the United States of America. You're in Boston today. You will be traveling to Houston to attend the CERA week. You are scheduled to meet a whole host of petroleum ministers, CEOs of multinational companies. What would be your key message to the international community?
I'm here in USA to invite investment, to bring new technology, to bring new idea to our oil industry, to our gas industry. Houston is a point of, is an epic center of new technology, new business model. We want to align with the world trade, and we want to invite all the who's who's of oil industry to our country.
Would you also be sharing the modalities of the help that has been approved by the cabinet?
In a way, we are going to have a pre-launch program of help in CERA week, during the CERA week. Recently, we have successfully completed the DSF bidding round, Discover Small Field bidding round. For that, I had been also to Houston a few months back. And the response is very enthusiastic in Indian market with this kind of price also. So I am hopeful the kind of market is emerging in India. Everybody is looking towards the Indian market.
There were also plans of the government to offer oil blocks for auctioning in the month of June.
As I said, Discover Small Field round has been what we have started in June. That has been completed successful by end of January, mid of January. So we are confident now. Now they all are small blocks. They are tiny blocks, and they are discovered. Now the big round will start, and the kind of preliminary information are coming. Preliminary indications are there. We are very hopeful and very enthusiastic.
So, but initially, the response from foreign investors has been rather lukewarm. So, are there any steps that the government has taken to encourage foreign investments? Is it at all a priority for the government, or you're complacent with the present state of affairs?
You will appreciate India is the favored destination of FDI. We don't want to tum-tum our market. If you have a capacity, you have a potential in your market, you don't have to persuade anybody.
Right.
Lot of people are coming. Domestic big players are also emerging. 2-3 big players have emerged in the Discover Small Field. It's not matter whether anybody big with a big banner they are coming or not.
Right.
Investment is coming on, that is the important. Let me put one example of American shale gas revolution. None of the big company has started investing in the initial days.
Right.
Later on they join. So it doesn't matter who is the big name coming to our market or not. Certainly we are focused on technology. We are focused on new ideas. We are focused on the investment.
By when do you expect India to become competitive in the energy space?
Today we are competitive. For a long period we have to depend on import.
Yes.
Let us accept the reality in our scenario. The incremental energy requirement we have and the potential we have in our domestic background, we have to have a balance. We want to augment our production. We know our limitation of our geology. We are also focusing on the alternative energy. India is focusing on renewable energy. India is in our transportation sector. We are focusing on bioenergies. All these initiatives are there. But India will be an importer for a long period. But simultaneously, we want to augment our domestic production.
Sir, in terms of the fuel retail norms, would this be an issue that you would be bringing up during the CERA week?
You want to ask in the marketing area?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we have already opened our marketing field to any big player, and recently British Petroleum has taken license from us. Shell is operating, and a company like Chevron, they are also looking into our market. And Rosneft, the biggest Russian company, is also already come to Indian market. They have invested in refinery. They have invested in marketing area. So India is open to everybody now.
So, but going forward, are there any other areas of collaboration that you have identified in terms of international players and their participation in the Indian energy space?
In energy sphere, there are a lot of scope for the collaboration. Collaboration in technology, collaboration in investment. Especially in the two areas, we want a collaboration in our gas infrastructure. We are investing a huge capex in our gas grid network. We are building up new terminals. We are going for a big CGD network in our country. In that area, we need collaboration. In the bioenergy area, it's a very technology-centric area, and we are talking to some of the world majors in this area, and we need collaboration in that area. India is abundant of thermal coal. It's
Yes.
a low-grade coal. But now technologies are available. We want to create synthetic gas out of our abundant quality of coal. In that area, in all these areas, we need collaboration. We need technology.
Are there any proposals under the government's
We are
consideration?
talking to so many people, our public sector companies, our private sector companies. Both of them are talking to world technology players, and some of are in the final stage.
So President Donald Trump has said that the United States of America is likely to deregulate the American oil sector, and this has the potential to increase supply of crude oil from the United States. What kind of implications do you see for India? And if you expect them to be negative, what steps are we taking to combat the situation?
No, recently America has, after a long period, has lifted a ban on embargo on their export. Certainly, when India is a consuming country.
Yes.
Consumer needs more windows. Consumer needs more avenues to purchase its requirement. So if more player will come, and player like America will start exporting their resource to the world market, it will certainly have a positive impact.
So with the prices
in the market. I'm a consumer. Consumer needs a reasonable price.
But what about the oil PSUs?
They will earn money. When there will be low price and our requirement will increase with a big volume, they will earn money. For India, reasonable price suits us.
Across the value chain?
Certainly. In India, recently we are moving towards for the more integration. Sometimes this is the uniqueness of this industry. Somewhere you have to earn low money, somewhere you can earn good money. So in India, PSUs are primarily responsible for reasonable marketing plan. So it suits, reasonable oil price suits Indian market.
So would you like to give me a figure of what you would consider as reasonable?
All these are hypothetical. Price is a very sensitive issue. Reasonable means it should be affordable.
Certainly, sir. You mentioned about integration, and this is something that was mentioned in the budget speech by Finance Minister Jain. You have said that there is a potential in India not just to create one integrated public sector enterprise, but potentially 2 to 3. Then you have the ONGC chairman saying that horizontal mergers between companies like ONGC and ONGC Videsh is something that doesn't seem feasible. What kind of integration do you think is potentially possible? You've said that across the value chain you're looking at mergers, but is there any groundwork that the government is doing in this direction?
Certainly, when government has announced, it's not a mere lip service.
Yes.
Government is very focused and very keen on to develop some models. As there is a discussion, the merger should be vertical.
Yes.
It's end to end. From E&P to marketing, we want to create some few minutes ago, you have raised one issue. Who will take the hit at a different oil price?
Exactly.
So when there will be integration, sometimes E&P will complement to marketing area and refining area. Sometimes refining petrochemical market will complement to E&P area also. So in India, now we want to create some verticals. It will not be one. We may create few verticals to have more integration, to looking into the new emerging oil price in the world market.
So certainly this is likely to make a larger enterprise is likely to be more competitive at a global scale. But what about issues of competition domestically? And the other point that I wanted to ask you about was creating synergies between these companies. Yes, in terms of finances, there is going to be a merger. So, the financial balance sheets of these enterprises might look a little better in the short run. But when you think one company will be making losses and it will be offset by the profits of another company and vice versa, so actually no real synergies are going to be created from a shareholder perspective.
Don't be too judgmental on this preliminary stage. All these due diligence are we are doing. Certainly there are two opinions, and consciously we have taken this stand, and I'm very much hopeful we'll come out with a very successful model.
But sir, is there a model in your mind at this point in time?
My newspaper and media friends has a anxiety to have some model ready-made and in the hand. Certainly governance and the synergy, these are hard business issues. Lot of issues are involved in between that. So it will take completing our due diligence and it will come out to public very soon.
Will it be possible for any of these mergers or any kind of acquisition to go through by the end of this fiscal year?
We'll inform.
Okay, sir. And do you see a complementarity between ONGC and HPCL? There is a buzz in the market that that is a potential merger.
It's purely business issue. Competent companies are talking to each other. They are hiring consultant for their own assessment. Government's role is to create a framework.
Right.
Who will merge with whom, how it will be done, when it will be done, is all are linked to the due diligence, and they are doing all such things. Government has given them a direction.
The framework is work in progress at this point in time, though. So moving forward, I wanted to ask you that, do you think it will set a bad precedent that cash-rich PSUs are being asked to buy and stake in companies which are not making as much profit?
I think your information is inadequate, and let's wait.
Okay, sir. And my last question to you is that the government had decided or had actually proposed that there would be a policy regarding ethanol production from various agricultural resources. So I wanted to check with you if there was any development on that front.
A lot of things we are doing in the second generation ethanol production. And on the pilot basis, we are putting 12 second generation ethanol plant in different part of country. And we'll very soon will come out with a policy. Petroleum Ministry and Renewable Energy Ministry, both of them are working together hand in hand. They are bringing out some policy and we are giving some offtake guarantee. So in near future, there will be new economic in the agriculture area, in the rural area of India on this second generation ethanol.
Before I let you go, I wanted to ask you that could you identify for me 3 key priority areas for your ministry?
You see, basically we are a consumer-centric ministry. My Prime Minister has very clear-cut idea. We must have energy justice. These countries deserve to get energy in affordable price. This should be accessible. Energy accessibility should be there. And simultaneously, energy security must be there for a longer period. These are our priority. Consumer is the center of this all initiative. And in a welfare state, in a developing state, energy is the first prerequisite of development.
Wonderful, Mr. Pradhan. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you for your time.
You.
We were in conversation with Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, the Minister for Petroleum, Oil and Natural Resources. Thank you for watching.